So, you've got that dream, right? The one about starting your own business? But then the big question hits. Don't you need a mountain of cash to get started? Well, today, we're going to completely shatter that myth. We're diving into 5 real, profitable business ideas you can launch with a super small investment.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? If you're sitting in a job right now feeling kind of stuck, just remember this. You have the power inside you to build something that's truly yours. And these ideas, they're your first step.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to talk about the most important tool you have. And it's not money, it's your mindset. Then we'll get practical and walk through 5 ideas, starting with a new take on laundry, then 3 businesses that every community needs, and we'll finish up with a fun little gift business.
Right. First things first, before we even get into products or services, we have to talk about what's going on up here, in your head, because honestly, that's where every single great business really begins.
This is the one thing that stops almost everyone. But let's just be crystal clear. The idea that you need a huge pile of cash to get started is a total myth. Seriously, the most successful entrepreneurs out there, they didn't start with a big bank account. They started with a powerful idea and the will to see it through.
I mean, just look at companies like Ola or Uber. They created this massive global transportation business without owning a single car. How? They had a brilliant software idea. That just proves it, right? A great concept is worth so much more than physical stuff.
And that brings us to this magic number. This is what you need to remember. Each one of the 5 ideas we're about to show you can be started with an investment of somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 rupees. That's it, really.
So let's jump into our first business and see how this actually works. We're taking a service that everyone knows, laundry, and giving it a modern twist that people today are desperate for.
You know, the secret sauce here is just one word: speed. We live in a world where nobody wants to wait for anything. So by offering a one-day turnaround, you pick up clothes, clean them, and return them on the very same day, you instantly have a huge advantage over everyone else in town. It's such a simple change, but it creates massive value.
And this is such a great example of where this can lead. You know, there was this one laundry owner who started small, just doing the basics. But he didn't stop there. As his business grew, he added a tailor to his shop. It's perfect proof that starting small absolutely does not mean staying small.
Next up, we've got a powerhouse trio of businesses. And what they all have in common is that they tap into the essential, everyday things that people in your neighborhood need day in and day out.
Okay, let's just get this out of the way first. Forget about any shame or worry about what people might think. Just focus on the results. There's this amazing story of a man they called Rahim Chacha who put his kids through school just by selling fruit. The business model couldn't be simpler. Invest a tiny amount in fresh produce in the morning, sell it all that day for a profit, and go home with cash.
Now, this idea is all about timing. People are becoming so much more aware of the environment and they're actively avoiding plastic. That means the demand for paper plates and cups is just exploding. You can become the go-to supplier for local restaurants, tea shops, and events. All you gotta do is buy in bulk and then resell. Simple. Think about it. People crave real, natural, clean food. The kind that tastes like it was made in a home kitchen. Well, you can turn your kitchen into a little business, making things like pickles or Popeye. And you can sell in 2 ways at once. Go directly to customers at local markets and build a whole other customer base online using social media. All right, on to our final idea. And this one is perfect for anyone who's got a creative side, a good eye for things that just make people happy.
The key here is to think small and delightful. We're talking about little toys for kids, cute home decor items, maybe some nice decorative flowers. You don't need a massive, expensive inventory. You just need a nice collection of charming things that people will see and buy on an impulse.
And let me be super clear about this. You do not need a fancy shop to get going. You really don't. You can literally start today with a single table on a footpath or at a local market. The barrier to entry here is basically 0.
Which brings us right back to where we started. You see, each of these 5 ideas is way more than just a way to make some money. They're tools, they're pathways to help you stop chasing a paycheck and start building the life that you are actually meant to live, on your own terms.
So, we've laid out 5 real, totally doable ways you can become a business owner with very little money. The opportunity is sitting right here, right in front of you. So the only real question left is, which one are you going to build?